fantastic all day. It seems just towards the end, just before you even started handing out medals, there was the amount of kids that were absent parents. Can we come back again next week? I mean, if ever there was a sign that it's been successful, it is that. But do you want to do the same thing next week?
Yeah, well, that's what we wanted to create, that atmosphere where kids got a lot out of the first week and we're interested in doing the second week. Unfortunately, we don't know if we'll be able to take everyone, but we're going to try. Like, if we get a few more coaches on board, we'd love to have every kid down, but we're limited to 150, 160 places, so there's a lot of kids that are already booked for next week, and there's a lot of kids that did this week that I would love to do it next week. So.
And how did it come about? Was this something that yourself and Bernard worked out?
Yeah, I went around to about 400 schools with Mick McGauley when we won the All-Ireland. So the question we got asked most is, where did you train and how did you train, this kind of stuff. So we thought it'd be great to get all the kids down to where we train and meet the players and meet our coaches and find out how we do it and where we learn our trade as well. And everybody, that's where the kids want. They want to train with the Dublin players and they want to see everything that goes on. So it was great in that success.
And there's, I suppose, a sense that it is like a miniature Dublin camp, because club summer camps, you probably know most of the faces you've done them, like local kids or club kids. But this, you've got kids from all over Dublin, from all clubs, all coming together to train and play with yourselves and the ladies.
Yeah, I think that's really important as well, that you're creating friendships around the GAA. I know for me, I went around doing other camps in Raheny around my local area and that kind of stuff, and some of the people I would have met in them camps I'm still friends with now. So that's sort of if a kid, they have to learn how to play against others, but also have to learn how to play with one another, and that's what we were trying to create, that bond between kids, and hopefully there's a few friendships created out of the camp.
And you're looking forward to next week?
Can't wait, yeah. Now I'm eager to get out there on Sunday.
And what do you think are the most important skills to be taught at this age, or the ages that you've looked after?
But for me personally, I think everyone would say practice on both feet and this kind of thing. We got to learn a bit about the kids now over a week, and we could take one or two things that they might have to work on the game. I always say to kids, listen to your coaches, because your coaches know you better than anyone else. The coaches are the ones that are with you week in, week out, and they'll know your game better than anyone. So if you listen to what they say and work on what they tell you to do, you're going to perfect your all-round game, and that's the main thing.
And your lady counterparts have been very successful in the last couple of years. They won an All-Ireland 2 years ago. How much of a boost is it to get them on board to teach their skills, I suppose a more specific skill set that would be geared towards the lady games, to the young girls here today?
It's massive to get the Dublin ladies on board. They're phenomenal. As you said, they won the All-Ireland 2 years ago, but the girls have been great. They're all primary school teachers and secondary school teachers, so they've been around kids and they've been coaching all their lives as well. What we want to do, there's a lot of boys in this camp, and we're trying to get a lot more girls involved, and that's why we got the Dublin ladies down. We have a few Dublin ladies minors footballers coming down next week as well, so it's creating the buzz from both boys and girls, and that's what we want. We just don't want it male orientated.
And when you have a big turnout next week, you obviously are expecting a big turnout. Will there be a rise, I suppose, in the number of girls that will be out?
Well, that's the aim, and we hope so. So fingers crossed there is, because with all the girls that are involved in the coaching side, we'd love to have a few in the playing side.
And I suppose out in the pitch 5 days a week, it's a great preparation for yourself for a league game coming up.
Well, it's good to always have a ball in your hand and to be kicking a football around. So if you get to do that all day and get to have the crack with the kids, it's a bit special. We were just lucky enough to be able to do it with the weather good on the last day.
Was it a welcome distraction to come and spend a week with the kids after, obviously not their favourable result last weekend in the league?
Well, the kids can ground you very quickly. You know where you stand with a kid. They don't beat around the bush. So they let us know. But as you know, every team has a bad day, and the kids were more than supportive to us. So it was great.
And what are you expecting this weekend? You came off from the bench last week. Any indication of whether you'll be in the starting position this week?
I haven't. I've been trying to give Pat's kid a few prizes now throughout the week, so hopefully that might help me get me again, but I don't know yet. He hasn't told me.
And how did you feel you got on yourself when you came off?
I was delighted to get on. Obviously I want to start, and I'd like to think I probably did enough to warrant a starting place, but look, you never know. There's 5 or 6 people going for 2 positions around the midfield, so it's always going to be tough, but very looking forward to the challenge to get me game now. And I forget the game, I'm looking forward to doing the lads proud by having a good performance.
And I think over the league campaign, Pat started 29 different players. Obviously there's a fierce competition for places there.
It's massive, and you need to have that. That's what probably served us best around the All-Ireland finals, that the competition for places was fierce, as you said. and if you don't have that, well, then you don't have that competitiveness in training, and things are a bit lackluster. So everyone is mad to get them 15 jerseys, and there's a lot of lads that probably might feel hard done by last year, and they're eager to get going, and they've been given a chance now. So it's when you get the chance, you have to grab it with both hands. I think people are doing that at the moment.
A lot was made last year about the A's versus B's, the probables against possibles. A lot of lads, I think yourself included, that they were the toughest games they played in, or some of them at least were very tough. Is that intensity something that you're coming close to at this stage of the season, or would you be hoping to hit that maybe July, August?
Well, I think the training games are always intense. Like I'd say now, once we do a bit more training, the matches will get a little bit more intense, but we'll be gearing up nicely coming up to championship with the training games, and as you said, they have been intense in the past, but we need to keep that going now in the future.
Great, thanks.
Cheers, thanks.